So today I want to talk about cleaning split ribbed block, also known as fluted concrete. Now all of us are real familiar with cleaning regular split face block. This is a different animal. I want to talk to you about it so you don't get yourself in trouble. Now, this is about 150,000 square foot building, sits up on a hill, premier industrial properties in Greenville. You see the view up here on this hill, view of the mountains in the distance and everything, overlooking the lakes. I'm gonna walk around here to the section we finished. We did this last week, and we just finished this other section this weekend. I want to walk around here. I want to show you some detail and talk about the difference. Now, the difference in this type of block is when they mold it, there are actually ridges in it, and they're about an inch to inch and a quarter deep on the ridges, and then you have the two sides of those ridges. So in essence, when you're doing your square footage on calculating this, it's basically 3 times the square footage. Because you take that inch and a half or inch and a quarter times 2, and then the gap in between it, that's almost more than the actual rib is. Walk around here to the front of the building here, and this sucker was nasty. Hadn't been cleaned in years and years. And you can see a lot of it cleaned up, especially up over the entrance area. It was all, I mean, it was literally black in a lot of places. The other thing that's disconcerting about it, makes it tough, you see certain areas like over these windows and stuff where it still looks kind of grayish. It's not at all as clean as a whistle. Even that place right to the right of this door here, you get different shadow effects in it. You get up close to it, you can see it's clean. You get certain blocks. Obviously, when they did different, used different batches of mortar. Everything, the color's not perfect. These spots here. So you look at it, it's actually just the shadows actually in there. You can see there's not a bit of mildew or mold or anything on it. Same thing on all these. We hit these, you know, tearing up around over the top there was black. So this whole side of the building was terrible. We did all the walks and everything too. But, talk about cleaning it though. If you look here, like I said, you see this gap here. And so what happens, black mold, this, like I said, it's about an inch and a quarter deep. You got the spacing in between here. So when you figure that distance in, across, back out, that's actually more than this rib. So when you calculate one of these, that's the whole purpose of things, so you don't get yourself in trouble. So, oh, it's a split face block building, you know, so much a foot. Like I said, this building is 150,000 square feet and right at 32 feet tall. Now, what we did, we used our AR-45 on most of it. We used our 12 volt on some of it. We basically had to hit, most of this was hit 3 times with about a 4 to 5% mixture. Each one of these sections here that you see here, where the white lines are between these sections, that's weird how you get different shadow effects. Anyway, used about 10 gallons of some smoking hot bleach per section. So be sure and figure that cost in. And what you have to do, you have to spray it, wait about 10 minutes, come back, spray it again, wait a little bit. If you need any other spots, you hit it again. Then you rinse it. And when you rinse it, you basically have to do it good. You've got to go about twice through each one of those rows of brick to get it clean. If it's real bad, we were using a shooter tip to rinse most of it. Some of the low stuff, we actually used a high pressure tip to do it. Anyway, just want to talk to you about, I'll show some before and after pictures here in this video. Behind those trees was tough. Believe it or not, they're cleaning. A lot of those were hit 4 or 5 times. I know darn grape myrtles. And so it cleaned up pretty good. So we just finished it up yesterday, and I'll let it sit for a day or two. I might still have to come back hit a spot or two. Like, for example, right to the right of this door, that's hit probably 5 or 6 times. It's not dirty. That's just the actual coloration of stuff's in there. And some of it's too is wet. It rained yesterday, and some of these areas, this side doesn't get anything. You see it's kind of still damp in there, and that affects it too. So once it dries out, yeah, it looks better everywhere. But up there, they actually had some vines growing up in there. I guess at one point there's somebody had some vines planted in there. But and then you got cracks, and when you're standing back looking at it, oh, it looks like a dirty spot. It's not, especially when it's wet. So anyway, just if you do one of these, make sure you cover yourself. We could cover about, it took us 34, probably these are 30-foot panels, I think roughly, and we cover not quite 100 feet an hour. So probably closer to about 90 feet, linear feet per hour. And we were getting after it, staying after it too. And like I said, that's using AR-45, putting a strong mix on it, basically 50% mix. And like I said, with that bad boy, like I said, you can suck down a lot of bleach quick. We used 12 volts on part of it. Same thing, running about a 4 to 5% mix. The problem is most of it was so bad. Now the parts that weren't bad, but we were streaked a lot, stuff like that, we ended up having to do the whole panels at least twice, and a lot of these have 3 coats on them. And then the rinse. So just take that in mind. If you ever get a chance to bid on one of these, just cover yourself. They're a pain to clean. It takes a long time. Like I said, we were cleaning about 3 panels an hour going around this thing. And like I said, that was good equipment, rinsing with the 8 gallon a minute. And so just thought it might help somebody out. Enjoy.